President Trump has rejected Iran's latest proposal to end the war, sending oil prices climbing again ahead of a high-stakes summit with China. Chief Washington correspondent John Carl tracking it all. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. President Trump waited about a week to get that proposal from the Iranians, but he quickly dismissed it as totally unacceptable.
President Trump's rejection of the Iranian counteroffer was swift and absolute. I have just read the response from Iran's so-called representatives. I don't like it, Trump wrote on social media. He went on to call it totally unacceptable. There had been hope for an agreement to reopen the Strait of Hormuz for 30 days to allow negotiations on a long-term deal. But now, the path forward is unclear. Last week, President Trump, citing progress on U.S.-Iran negotiations, abruptly paused Operation Project Freedom, planned to provide U.S. military protection to commercial ships through the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump didn't say what specifically he objected to in Iran's counteroffer, but the future of Iran's nuclear program has been the major sticking point from the beginning. The president has sent mixed messages on Iran's nuclear material. In an interview last month, he said he didn't care about removing Iran's remaining stockpile of enriched uranium, saying, quote, "That's so far underground, I don't care about that." But he's now insisting the U.S. seize Iran's enriched uranium.
Can you tell us what you think about the extracting the uranium from Iran?
Yeah, we're going to get it.
How will you get it, sir?
We're going to get it.
As the war enters its 11th week, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told 60 Minutes the war can't end until Iran turns over that nuclear material.
I think it accomplished a great deal, but it's not over because there's still nuclear material, enriched uranium, that has to be taken out of Iran.
Last week, Iran continued to block commercial ships from crossing the Strait of Hormuz, fired on U.S. ally United Arab Emirates, and attempted to attack U.S. naval ships, prompting U.S. attacks in return. Still, President Trump insisted the ceasefire remains in place.
And this morning, we are hearing again from the Iranians, the Iranian Foreign Ministry, saying that all they are doing is insisting on Iran's legitimate rights and saying it is the United States that is making unreasonable demands. George?
And, John, this week, this summit with China was originally postponed because of the war with Iran, but the president can't postpone it again.
No, it is on, and this is a highly consequential summit. It's the first meeting in China with a U.S. president and the Chinese leader in nearly a decade, the last one being Trump in 2017. A huge agenda: artificial intelligence, trade, Taiwan, and now, of course, Iran will be a major topic of discussion. The White House wants the Chinese to cut off trade with Iran.
John Carl, thanks.
A lot on the table there. All right, George.